Hello YouTube and welcome to GrunfWorks Plays Naval Action. And as you can see, for today I have you a delicacy. You requested to see the Constitution in action and I give you the Constitution in action. The actual, the one, the only old Ironsides. Yes, the one ship that I have actually been on and I love it. It's amazing. Although it doesn't look like that today from the rear. This used to be a naval action called Constitution Classic. Which is now renamed to USS Constitution, and the Constitution that was called previously is now renamed to USS United States. I'm also joined again by my friend who have yet met, Nickaterial, and he is today sailing an L'Océan, the French-built first-rate ship of the line. A beastie. And in the meantime the old Ironsides have gone an upgrade of the class from 4th rate to 3rd rate for reasons that are well beyond me, but okay. And as you can see, we are fighting a single Sant Pavel. Yes, that was the target for today. We were just hunting for AI fleets, and that's something that we managed to come across just outside the La Navas. So yes, without further ado, let's get into the combat, and I'm packing 12 carronades on top. I think it's 42 pounders together with the 24 pounder longs per side. So here I'm just practicing my awful gunnery skills, but I will improve in the future. My goal was now just to get some good angles to shoot these beautiful ships in action. I mean, since Nickaterial is primarily handling the battle or making sure that the Sant Pavel sinks, I could focus on some beautiful angles for you, for your viewing pleasure, to ensure that you get a nice view of USS Constitution from all possible sides. And yes, for the purists, I know, flying an English flag like the old ensign on the US old Ironsides, yeah, I guess it's wrong, but hear me out, I'm playing as a Brit. What can I do? So, yes, I'm actually... But I love the old Ironsides, it's my favorite ship, so that's why when I was sailing out with Nickaterial I said, well, take something beefy, because this is a ship I really don't want to lose. If I'm playing with Red Wiesen or something else, yes, I mean, gladly, easily, of course. If I lose, I lose. It's a sportsman's game, but the Constitution is a ship that's very near and dear to my heart. So, yes, like I said, top deck we have 42 pounder carronades, and on the bottom deck I have 24 pounder longs. I think it's 42 pounders, guys, I might be wrong, because I just also crafted some 42 pounders for the Nickaterial for his top deck as well. And I'm guessing that he's packing 2 rows of longs with the also top deck pairing, you know, carronades. So that's why you will see me enabling and disabling, because I realized unless I'm firing point blank, there's really no point on firing both decks, because carronades and long-range cannons have very different aiming, so one of them would be surely missing if I fired both. So that's why I decided I fire by the deck. Not that it helped me too much from this distance, because like I said, I still have to train a little from afar. And I have just gotten the crafting for the cannon so that I could craft these guys. So yeah, this Consti is newly, how would you say, refitted, so... Like, Consti is a fantastic ship. I've actually visited Boston in 2015, and while she was in the dry dock undergoing repairs, and I have a video that I will put in the description if you guys, in case you guys are interested. I only managed to get some shots of her up close. She was in the dry dock undergoing, you know, repairs and refits. As far as I know, she has been relaunched in the actual sea, so she remains to this date the oldest ship in any navy ever commissioned, that is still commissioned in the active duty. And I must say there's a really great museum in Boston if you're there to go and check out. Oh, look at that broadside. Nickaterial utterly wrecking this St. Pavel's stern. Yes. Punching holes, and I'm also going for a rake, hoping that at least some of the hits will, you know, I'll have something to show for. Yes, where was I? Ah, right, the museum in Boston. Yes, if you're there, you should check it out. You'll probably even get the chance, if you arrive at the correct time, to go on the Constitution, ask questions to the crew, and see a little bit of its rich history. And also, it is the funny thing is that the only ship in US Navy that has been in actual naval battle is the USS Constitution. Can you imagine that? Like how many years and how many conflicts the US Navy has been in, you know. But this is the only one that has seen any ship-to-ship action, or at least that's how they put it in some, I think some encyclopedia or not. I feel free to stand corrected if you guys know different, so yeah. But she's a beauty. I mean, she's one of the ships that really catch your eye. To the newcomers, she might be a little bit hard to differentiate from the Trincomalee, especially from the front. But if you look at her sails and if you look at her waterline, then you will easily identify her. Okay, going for the gun convergence and fire. Well, most of the cannons will roll off, but what can you do? Okay, switching now to carronades, and I'll give this Pavel another broadside. Don't heal. Okay, well, at least we'll be hitting the masts. 4 hits to the mast. It would be funny if I manage to dismast this Pavel by the end of this episode. No promises. I won't be shooting for it. I'm shooting to sink her, but the good thing is that Nickaterial here is taking the blunt of the hitting, so I'm not taking any damage whatsoever. Like I said, it might not be a sportsman thing to do, but that allows me to focus on actually getting some nice shots and figuring out what I want to do. Alright, let's Liman Kami. Okay, both of my rows are about to load up. Okay, carronades reloaded. Perfect. Depower sails and getting ready and fire. Yeah, at this range carronades do pack some punch. Wonderful. Oh no, sorry, that was longs. Now we're going for the carronades, yes. Again, 2 to the mast. You don't say. And then I realized that Nickaterial is sailing parallel to me, so I figured I might as well get out of his line of fire and see if I can either go ahead of him or behind him. So that remains to be seen because, he is going faster than me, so let me reduce sails rather. Let me just see quickly. Maybe I can actually go ahead of him. Oh, I have another potential broadside. Disable. Oh no, the carronades will load sooner. Depower. Fire! Okay, that's better. 8 to the hull to the crew, and we have long range guns. Come on. I was aiming here for a little bit more on the bow, see if I manage to get some damage there. Okay, and now it would be a sportsman thing to do to put the ship to a stop so that Nickaterial can actually fire. So as you can see, I reduced sail, and then I have informed Nickaterial so that I'm slowing, so I move out of his line of fire. And I'm guessing that's gonna be, utterly wrecking for... Alright. Come on, dude. Take her down. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. 2 big ships of the line duking it out. Wonderful. Okay, now I have my 12 carronades. Let's fire them. At this point, I don't think they'll do too much damage, right? They won't. But as soon as I fire my long range, those should be doing some penetration. I mean, she has thick hull, but the range is not too great, so Lehman Camille will be going to the Davy Jones locker sooner rather than later. And yeah, I agree with Nickaterial. Pavel is a very strong ship. However, she can definitely not match broadside to broadside with Lausanne, especially, I mean, what I'm doing is a series of beastings towards it, but still, it's nice to see a little bit ship of the line battle rather than just the frigates, because since I lost Bellona, I'm afraid I don't have a ship of the line. I have to earn my way through it. Hopefully at some point I will be able to, you know, either make it or something, I don't know. Let's fire through her sails. By the way, I have loaded my bow chasers with chain. I'm doing it now per default just to ensure that the ship that I'm fighting will still be less maneuverable. So now I inform Nickaterial that I'll probably be going for the loot, because let's face it, this one is a goner. And Nickaterial is ensuring that she goes away. But if she doesn't sink before I get there, I might give her another raking broadside just for good measure. I mean, she is a goner for sure. But the thing is, I don't want to get too slow, too close to her before she sinks. Otherwise, I'm risking being boarded. So, like I said, or a rake. And here I'm ready to fire my both rows at this point blank range. It doesn't matter. So, getting ready and fire. Oh, shoot. She sank just in the nick of time. Well, 7 to the hull, 1 to the cannon at least. Cool. Let's now check the loot. And guys, as you know, as always, like if you like the episode, hit subscribe for more naval action content, let me know what would you like to see, and I hope I will be seeing you again in the next one. Okay, let's just see what she has in the hold. She has doubloons and improved or ballast. So not a terrible loot, but not great either. Well, that's it guys, thank you very much for watching. Like if you like, hit subscribe, share on social media, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. This is GrunfWorks and Nickaterial, signing off.